be ready in a few seconds. And this time we'll check it out, but I think the meeting number should be directly correct on it is
Mhm.
cool. Yeah. So I've finally been able to make it correctly. So that's cool. So look like that we
Let me
just
check.
waiting again, but it is, yeah, it's live on YouTube now. Oh, cool. All right, let's check if we are live on LinkedIn. That should be exactly the same.
Yeah, so content live. And yes, you're right. The number is correct. It's meeting number 12. Awesome.
I'll show you how
Good.
to do that on the stream, but finally, I I have finally understood why. So cool. So maybe let's wait a few additional second or minutes. Hi, Mohammed. Welcome on board. Maybe
Hello.
we're gonna have some of us who can join us in a sec.
Let me turn the light on.
It's starting to become dark, yeah.
Yeah, but actually it's quite sunny today, but I have uh, to put the curtains. And where is my up here? Poof. Should be better. It is.
And look like that I have some, not very good Wi-Fi connections. I hope but it's gonna be okay. Laurent, don't hesitate to tell me if you have some issue to hear me well.
Okay. Tell you, but for the moment it's quite
And
perfect.
look like that I have some, let's say, some lag on the connection. So I hope
Okay.
that it's going to be okay for the coming hour. All right.
Uh, just one thing. I'm gonna monitor the YouTube chat in case of we have some people asking questions there. So YouTube / Microcks. That's it.
Okay.
Community meeting. Perfect.
So don't know if we will have some other people who are going to join us, but I think don't know what you think about it, Laurent, but I think we can certainly start
Yeah.
at least on the first topic that we have prepared for this community meeting is the busy week that we're gonna have starting this weekend and especially next week at KubeCon Europe. This time it's in London City, and yeah, it's gonna be crowded, busy as usual. And I put in a chat some direct link to the communication that we have made. I think it was last week, with some key information on what we're going to do last week, what you should not miss, and especially where you can find us. So let me see, by the way, if I can share my screen. We'll be easy on that. Where it is. I'm lost on Zoom.
No, the share button is still the same. The
Oh
green
yeah,
one
sorry, it was just in
at
the
the
middle
bottom.
in the middle of the screen. So me, okay. So here it is. Okay, so I think you should be able now to see
Yeah.
the LinkedIn post that I put in a chat as well, with some key information on where we're going to be next week. And the first point is that on Monday, we're going to be fully busy because we're going to attend the maintenance summit, which is dedicated to CNCF and open source maintenance. And there's a lot of meeting during the day, and especially a lot of information and group. We're going to work on, what has been announced within a CNCF a month ago, which is named the tag reboot, which is a big change within the tag organization. For the one who don't know, Microcks is part of the runtime and delivery tag so far, but this tag will change, and we're going to move to another tag, and maybe, and we hope so, more focus on the developer experience, which is completely aligned with what we are doing. So that could be great. So that's going to be the full day, Monday, dedicated to maintainers, organization, conversation and networking with the other maintainers. And especially for Laurent and I, we will also support our submission to move from sandbox to incubation. That's a very important milestone for us and for the community and the project itself. So we'll take care about that and try to, let's say, schedule as many meetings as we can in order to support this application. After that, in the middle of the week, don't miss this very nice talk from our friends Thomas Vital and Kevin Dubois. And as a spoiler, you certainly gonna hear some stuff regarding Microcks during this talk. So don't miss this talk, first of all, from very good speakers and people who have an amazing knowledge on the topic, but also the fact that they will share useful information on Kubernetes development and some tooling around the CNCF and others to make it happen and make it easier for developers. So you have the room information and so on. So for all the people who are going to attend, of course, feel free to reach out and don't miss us on our booth, because we have a dedicated kiosk. It's a very small booth, which is allowed. It has been allocated by the CNCF to Microcks for Alpha Day on Thursday afternoon, booth number 22B. And don't miss the opportunity to come and say hi and have a face-to-face conversation with us. We used to like that with Laurent. It's usually a very nice opportunity as well to discover some people in which we've been in touch by Discord or through GitHub. And like it happened last time, I think you remember that, like me and Laurent in Salt Lake City in the US, we also sometimes discover adopters, enterprises and people who are using Microcks for years that we never heard about. So that's just amazing, and part of, let's say, the open source game, let's say. So that's really cool. So by saying that, Laurent and I will be busy next week, but if you're in London, if you're at KubeCon, don't miss the opportunity to come and say hi and join us during this amazing event. And we'll be more than happy to engage with anyone who would like to have more information on Microcks, the CNCF, what cloud native development mean, and how we can, as a community, help for this purpose.
Exactly. That's
Anything
clearly the kind of...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we're just saying that that's clearly the kind of events we really enjoy, because it's an opportunity to see people we never met in person, also to make new friends. So really, don't be shy. Come and say hi, and have a drink together. Could be nice also on the evening. So great event.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, for one like us who are not in UK every time. I mean, we've been in UK last year. Yeah, there's some also very good beers in England. It's not only Germany and Belgium. So feel free to come and say hi and have a drink with us if you want, drink or anything else, of course. But that's cool. And then so Idris join us. Hi Idris, and welcome on board. and we certainly have some other people who are following us on the live stream at the moment, which is cool. Um, and now, Laurent, regarding the other topic that we have selected for this community meeting, I think it's the announcement that we've made yesterday regarding a minor upgrade of Microcks with some very, very nice stuff inside. So can you take this one and tell us more?
Yeah, sure, sure. But hi, Idris from the Dominican Republic as well. And so just to remind you that we prepared some stuff to share publicly during the community meetings, but most of all, it's a public meeting. So if you're coming with questions, with topics, with concerns, and so on, do not hesitate to ask us anything in the chat to interrupt. So I'm gonna cover just for a few minutes this new release, but we can open up the discussion just after. So 2 days ago, it was on Tuesday, we released Microcks release 1.11.2. Okay, this is a minor release, but with very, let's say, nice improvements and enhancements regarding the script engine we embed into Microcks. So this is the main improvement that comes with this release. So I don't know if you are aware of this feature, but you have this ability to extend the Microcks behavior by writing scripts, Groovy scripts, that allows to have smart dispatching logic in Microcks. And we're starting to have adopters in the community that are pushing the boundaries and that are using scripts within Microcks for performance testing purpose. So typically they are mocking service dependencies using Microcks and with smart logic implemented into Groovy scripts. And they wanted to be sure that Microcks is not a bottleneck. And so we had a deep dive on how the script engine is implemented at the moment. And we realized that we can improve things a lot. So typically, we enable some caching layers on the script compilation and evaluation. We've been through an extensive testing campaigns, checking what it means in terms of performance to just use a raw script with a few lines, with just one line, then adding a small script with few lines, then adding and managing a bigger script with much more complex operations like date formatting, like regular expressions parsing, like JSON parsing as well. And we made a lot of performance testing on that. And so coming to the conclusion, we realized that implementing this caching as at the script layer allows you to expect something like 7% to 35 more throughput when using the script dispatcher. So now really I would say that the penalty of using Groovy scripts instead of basic dispatcher is now, let's say, ridiculously small, less but something around 5 to 10% less performant than having no dispatcher at all. So it's no longer a performance penalty to use Groovy scripts in Microcks. So that was a huge improvement, and we wanted to share it as soon as possible. As we've been through extensive performance campaign, we thought it was a good idea to release it as soon as possible in this minor release. So if you're using scripts extensively, please upgrade to this version, and I'm sure you'll see the difference.
And tell us what you think about it, because we know that there is adopters who are using that a lot and very intensively and at scale. So having your feedback and confirmation on a thing that this is really an amazing performance booster, that's really something that we'll be happy to have as a confirmation.
Yeah. And maybe also we can use this opportunity to send a call to the community regarding script execution in Microcks. Just let me remind you a situation. So
Yeah.
as of today, we have different distribution of Microcks. We have, let's say, the regular distribution that is where the execution runtime is based on the JVM. And this regular distribution is able to run Groovy scripts. We also have the Uber distribution that is a stripped down version of Microcks, still available in JVM mode, but also available in the native mode. Native mode means that it has been compiled using GraalVM native. So it's very fast startup, very small footprint, but the concern with that is that we are no longer able to execute Groovy scripts, because Groovy scripts means bytecode compilation, using of reflection, this kind of stuff. And as we are no longer executing in a JVM, we no longer have this ability to use Groovy scripts in native mode. So we are starting to look for alternatives to check around if we could have some other let's say dynamic scripting capabilities using some other engines, but we are not really aware on how this feature would be helpful, would be used in native mode as well. So please, if you are watching the recording, if you are now live with us and so on, tell us about your usage of dynamic scripting in Microcks. Do you use it? Do you use it only for when running in JVM distribution, or are you using it also in native mode when you are, for example, embedding Microcks into your unit test? We really like to be aware of how you use it to consider, let's say, future alternatives regarding these dynamic capabilities. Okay? Yeah, so this is a call, and do not hesitate. And I think that's it regarding the 1.11.2. This was the major release, the major, let's say,
Yeah, maybe just something that we can mention, Laurent, which has been fixed within this version as well, is the issue that we discovered, by the way, through adopter feedbacks. It's the fact that dead time from Groovy, which is a dependency,
yeah.
has been removed during an upgrade, and quite an old one, because it's something that we have introduced in version 1.8. And clearly, that's a typical example of something that we have missed clearly, and we should maybe test in an automatic way. And we have a Monty project on this point. We'll see if we can cover that. But what Laurent said on the fact that your feedback is very, very valuable. If you keep us posted on, what you're using, and this was working previously and not working anymore, we may discover, like exactly in this case, that something has changed that we didn't notice, which can generate impact for some of you. So
Yeah.
I think that's very important, that everybody who feedback is clearly very, very important for this type of point.
Yeah, typically, yes. Here we have the case of this guy upgrading for 1.7, and
Yeah.
When switching to 1.8, we upgraded the version of Groovy engine that was embedded. And during this upgrade, we lost some extended functions, extended features that were added by Groovy on the date, the date class. So yeah, typically we just fixed this and restored the feature within the 1.11.2.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
I think, yeah, this one is clearly something with a lot of improvement and performances uh, gift, let's say. So looking forward, adopters to upgrade to version 1.11.2 and provide feedback, because that's something great. And especially also right in time and great for what is undercooking with the next major release, which is going to be 1.12. Uh, and Laurent, I guess we can also maybe demonstrate or explain what you have been able to do for the latest weeks, which is
Uh,
quite amazing, especially for something which were, let's say, at risk and under consideration for quite a long time now, because something that we are aware of. But the way you have been able to fix this is just fantastic from my point of view. So very, very happy that we are able to share this good news as well today, and something that will be or should be included in 1.12.
yeah, exactly. So, so the next topic we listed with Yassine is about giving you some fresh news about this thread that we call the Microcks UI future. It was starting at the beginning of this year. We started the discussion about how to fix our security issues regarding our very old front-end stack. And so with the help of some people in the communities, we built a POC trying to move everything from Angular 8, that is the current stack, to Angular 19. And so last week I wrote this post saying that it was very the result was very nice. In just 4 days, we succeeded in migrating, let's say, the most complicated, the most complex components. Okay, so for example, this dashboard, this wizard, and this other wizard, this list very easily in just 4 days. And so I wrote this post to explain that yes, in a short term, this will be our target to move everything to Angular 19, so that we will be able to solve all the security issues we were having with Angular 8 at the moment. So just to remind you, we had something like more than 100 security issues with these very old versions. So it was a priority to do something regarding the UI. And so really happy to share that I worked on this topic from Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday we were Wednesday. And I now have a new Microcks, let's call it 1.12, that is now fully functional using Angular 19. So just I can show you. Can you see my screen? I'm gonna make
Yeah.
it a bit more wide, like this. And so here you can see side by side the the current version of the website here on the left, and the new one on the right. So you can see that some stuff are a little bit different. Typically, the layout of this tree map here is a bit different because we updated the graphical components. But basically, you can see that here we succeed in moving all the things from Angular 8 to this new Angular 19 very easily. Okay, so typically you see things are very similar, just some little difference. Typically here you can see that JSON response is a bit different because the GitHub theme we were using has been updated to the latest GitHub theme colors. So we are now using all the updated components, up-to-date components, but just keeping exactly the same UI and the same look and feel. Okay. So this is, I think it's, let's say, 99% finished. It's fully functional at the moment. We still have some drifts in terms of look and feel, some little glitch to fix. But the nice thing is that now we have a fully functional UI and a fully functional UI. So based on Angular 19, with just now 5 remaining security vulnerabilities. So we've been from more than 100 to just 5.
122.
122 at the moment, yes, to just 5 with, let's say, yes, 7 or 8 days working on the migration. So kind of cool, really appreciate it. And I think we are going to, yes, to initialize a new development branch around the 1.11, 1.12 in a few days, and gonna start pushing with this new UI updated with new components.
Yeah, this is a giant, security improvement, and you said it, Laurent, but I think it's also important to explain that this is not coming. These issues, and all these issues and security issues, were not coming from the community code itself. It was all introduced by dependencies which were not maintained anymore, and for quite a while, on which the UI rely. And that's also why it was, let's say, not that easy. Take the right decision to see how we're going to handle and manage that from restarting from scratch or I mean, that's quite a lot of work, but like that's been done, upgrading the main component and taking care about some of its dependencies to get rid of its TVEs and issues and so on. So only 5 remaining, maybe a little bit less pretty soon. At least the objective is clearly to avoid and remove all the security TVs and finally being able to upgrade dependencies on the fly or in a much easier way without all the issues that we have had in the past. So that's very, very important and great for all of us.
Exactly. Yeah. So as stated in the comment in the thread, this does not mean that we don't have, let's say, bigger ambitions regarding the future of the Microcks UI. But I reminded that the priority was to fix those security issues. Now that they have been fixed, and that we have also vendored a lot of UI components, I think we are even in a better position to be able to integrate some changes to the UI. So, and this is my second call to the community today. I'm not a designer. I'm not able to design nice rounded buttons or nice layouts with with graphical animations and this kind of stuff. But really, if you have some ideas on how to enhance this dashboard, how to make things maybe a bit more modern, a bit more rounded, with maybe different colors. We don't have we must not forget, but that we are still targeting enterprise people and enterprise usage. But if you have ideas on how to make this, yes, much more user friendly, we also like to implement a dark theme, for example. So if you know how to design this kind of stuff, how uh, to translate those light grayscale in darker grayscale and to film this, please join us. We'll be more than happy to help you on how to contribute, and this will be way easier today now that we have done this refactoring.
Yeah, clearly, and that's a very important point, Laurent, as you said, because I think maybe I mean, we also know that there is a lot of front-end developers within the community, and if they would like to join and help, more than welcome. And first of all, I think you have mentioned a few glitch and stuff that need maybe some fixes or improvement. So check the issues that will be created on the UI repo, on the Microcks repo, and if we can have some help, to sort them out, that would be really great. Because I think, as Laurent said, maybe that's maybe where we may have issues to do something better. So if someone can provide help in order to make it exactly like before or way better, feel free to join and more than welcome to contribute on that. Plus all the other goodies and ideas and stuff that can come next, as Laurent said, will be now much more easier to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And I
I
think
think
we have
that's it for.
yeah, we have a nice question from Adris in a chat, and something that we heard, let's say, quite a few times regarding Microcks and Picurio. And it's true, Aris, what you said, that years ago, the solution were highly promoted together. The communities were working hand in hand in order to make it smooth and so on. And I mean, you can imagine why. I mean, Laurent and I were working for Red Hat at that time, so it was, let's say, I'm not going to say easier, but it was just, a strong interest from both community, open source community, from Epicurio on Microcks to join these two technologies. And we notice and we know that there is quite a lot of Microcks adopters who are still using both. So your question is, do we have any, and I mean, what is the situation first of all? So, and if we have any recommendation or alternatives, I don't think that we have, honestly, because Apicurio is a very cool product, but we also know and we follow let's say, the new, I think it's version 2, that the Apicurio community is working on, which going to be a big major change. And certainly, like you, we are waiting for what's going to happen and what's going to be released in order to see how we can, join the two technologies on project like it was before. I don't know,
Yeah,
Laura, if you have any comment on that, but I think it's clearly something we're aware of and something we're going to follow up, and happy to have some help, especially from users like you, to make it happen and
yeah,
to test.
yeah. To be honest, you're a bit uncomfortable on this topic because
Mm.
the roadmap on Apicurio Studio is not that clear. I remember when I contributed to the async API stuff. In fact, they started a refactoring of the UI,
Yeah.
refactoring, moving everything from Angular to React, and so it was announced at that time that they were preparing a 1.0 version. I think that 1 year ago they announced a 1.0 beta version, but no, we don't have any news, let's say, from this one. Oh, there was a 1.1 in November, I think, something like that. Yes, I'm just reading the website, but yeah, it's not that clear how things are going. Uh, we really like to see it alive again, let's say, and could be cool to yes to start on a new integration. But if you have any clue on that, any guesses, please share with us. But yeah, I don't know if we have some other alternatives to be honest.
Mhm. I mean, the good point is the community have donated, the registry to the CNCF, which is great. But for the studio, um, I mean, we are just expecting to have more visibility, and we know that it is a good tool. So we hope that they're going to keep going and keep adding some, let's say, enhancement to the solution.
Yeah, and
And
that's
and Idris,
that's
maybe.
funny. Yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead, Laurent.
No, no, was just looking at the different issues, and
Yeah,
someone is asking for a Microcks integration with Apicurio Studio 1.1 beta 3. So
yeah,
two
yeah.
weeks
We
ago.
we saw quite a lot of question and requests on that, and it's good that users like you are asking via Picurio community to, let's say, so some feedback and maybe way to plug back Microcks within Picurio. So I don't know, Idris, how you manage today within your organization. If you are, let's say, if you have not using it anymore or disconnected, or I mean, all your users are working on that. If you can tell us more, that's also fuse, let's say. Don't hesitate if you can, if you would like to open your microphone and say a few words, you're just more than welcome. Or if you rather prefer to chat, tell us, no problem at all. And if you can't, not a problem. Let's follow up on GitHub issues and stuff like that, and see. Let's say, okay, up to you. Uh, okay, I don't think that we have, unfortunately, any other point on this specific topic. We are still very well connected, as you can imagine, with the Red Hat community and the contributors of this type of project. But we also would like at least to know more from them, and especially on the roadmap. So let's dig on your side, this and all the VIPQ users, and we'll do the same on ours. And hope that it's going to be stable at certain point of time, so then we can work back on let's say, connecting the dot between the two solutions. So any other point or questions? I don't know, Laurent, if you are able to check the YouTube chat, because I don't have access to it.
Yes, but nobody's on the YouTube chat.
Okay, all right. We saw your message address. So that was related to your previous position, let's say, on the fact that the two technologies were used in some of your projects. Okay. So if you heard about it again within your organization, or if you have some requests for that, just tell us, and let's, like, what you're doing at the moment and what others are doing, push some issues within the Apicurio GitHub organization, and do the same on Microcks, and let's see what may happen, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay, any other points or questions or stuff like that? Otherwise, there's also something that we can share, I think, Laurent. Just all the activities that our 7 mentees are doing on the 7 project, that has been selected for the LFX mentorship program. That's moving. I mean, we keep going, and we are very happy to have, let's say, starting to have some very nice contribution from the mentees and the community. And there's also quite a lot of this project who may require your attention and also your help. I can, for example, show you what we are starting to do and initiate within a repo, which is, let's say, completely new. And it's something that we have started from scratch right before the mentorship program, is this community repo. And the goal of this community repo is to share information, documentation, way to do some customization, tuning, installations on Microcks, or tooling which are at the border of Microcks, that us as, let's say, maintainers and as Microcks as a core project cannot, let's say, take care about. I give you just one example. We are taking care as a community of the project itself, the core module and the core, let's say, art of Microcks, but we cannot describe, and the community and adopters cannot rely, let's say, on the project to have a full description with some engagement and commitment on how to deploy at scale in production on, for example, AWS, GCP, or whatever. This is out of the scope of an open source project within a foundation like us. This is part of what the adopters need to endorse and need to take care about. But we have quite a lot of requests on these topics, and we have initiated this community repo to help the community on their specific points. Everything which is more or less at the border of the core project, in order to help the others by sharing the way you have done it. So here within the community repo, you have an install directory, tools, and tuning. If you go on tuning, you will see a first contribution from our mentee, Krishi, related to MongoDB generic, which is in fact a tuning request that we have quite often. As you may know, when you install Microcks through the mchart or the operator we are providing, we embed MongoDB, but we are not doing any tuning regarding performances and so on. One of the first points, for example, we don't do any indexing on MongoDB, especially the MongoDB we are providing through the mchart deployment of Microcks. And here, and due to all the requests we have had, Krishi have initiated this documentation to explain and share how to do indexing on MongoDB and how to improve performances. This is something that you're going to hit and you're going to need when you install Microcks as a centralized instance within your organization, and when you're going to start to have, let's say, not going to say many, it's all depend on the type of dispatcher, the rules and so on, but when you're going to start to have many APIs, many operation, a lot of dispatching rules, and when you're going to start, for example, to do, like some adapters are doing, huge amount of benchmark and tests using this centralized installation, then you may discover some performance decrease. And it's most of the time, I mean, one aspect is related to this tuning and the fact that MongoDB was not indexing. And here you can set it up and improve MongoDB performances. So this is what Krishy have done based on all the conversations she have had with adopters, all the stuff which were shared previously. And we are really requesting, and this is really an important call to action for all the adopters and the community to check it out, provide feedback. And if you've done it for your installation, please comment it and help us to improve it. And keep in mind that at the end, this is something that need to be maintained and updated by the adopters and the community itself. So check it out, follow up, because here in installation, you will see some same type of contribution for way to deploy on clouders, like how to deploy on AWS using EKS, on Google platform using GKE and so on. So again, we have mentees dedicated to those tasks in order to help the community. And if you made it, please join and help them and let's say provide your feedback, and especially when it's something you know because you've made it for your own organization. So share it with the others and let's learn all together. I think, Laurent, you also have some of the project and mentees that you're leading on some of the aspects. Maybe not related to the community repo, but I think for all this project, mentees really need and are eager to have adopters' feedback, and especially the one who are doing that within the organization for years or months. Okay. Any other point, Laurent, from on your side regarding that and this way of taking care, let's say, about the community feedback and way to engage on some other topic which are, let's say, at the border of the core project? You're on mute.
Yes, I'm on mute. In fact, I was looking at Epicurio Studio. I've been curious. Um, yes, maybe two interesting topic also to share and still calling the community to look at them. The first one is about the Microcks CLI. We have started a major reboot of the CLI. And I'm just going to share with you this issue that is going some details. And so we have one mentee that is working on this topic, and this is a major reboot. And we started to have a, let's say, brain dump of all the things we'd like to do with the CLI. So typically we'd like to do things like allowing to start a local Microcks instance, just using microstart, microstop, this kind of stuff. We'd like also to be able to have much more commands for creating services, for importing local files, for watching a local directory, and maybe refreshing the imports as soon as you have a change in your local directory, this kind of stuff. So if you are using the CLI or you would like to use the CLI more and you are looking for new feature, new enhancement, please review this list. Tell us what you think. Come and join the discussion. Come and help us if you want. So really appreciate all the feedbacks on this. So this is the first topic I'd like to share because I think it's typically for the users of the CLI. And the second one is about the hub initiatives that we start some years ago with that we are now also restarting. We are going through a major refactoring as well, and Mohammad here connected is working on this topic. So we want to refactor the hub, refactor the front end, making it more um, modern, and providing the users also to have this ability to deploy it on their cloud of choice, on their premises, and so on. So we've done the same things with Muhammad. So uh, here again, we have a brain dump of all the things we'd like to do with the hub. And yes, join the discussion. Feel free to jump and to give us feedbacks and new ideas on what you'd like to see, what you'd like, how you'd like to use the future hub in Microcks.
Yeah, that's
And
a lot of activities, yeah, and join the community, help the community, and help the mentees because they are learning fast, but feedback from experts or people who do it on a daily basis, that's can be very valuable.
okay. Yeah, that's it for me. I think at least for
Yeah,
today.
I think there is no other question. Then let's win 10 minutes in the agenda. That's cool. And if you are watching the recording and if you have any questions, just join us on Discord, join the community, check the issues we were dealing with, and let's open the conversation.
Yeah, we'll join the next community meetings. So it's
Of course.
either yes, each every 2 weeks. You can join us either on let's say APAC friendly schedule or EMEA and US friendly one.
Yeah, and for the one who don't know or how to join the community, it's just here, in the community repo, we have a markdown file, join our meetings. And here you have all the information on how to use the CNCF calendar and have access to the Zoom link in order to join us. So just read it. And again, if it's not working as expected, or if something is not as smooth as you have I mean, as you when you try to do it, let's say, and it happened a few times, if it is not working as expected, just contribute on it and let us know. All right. So I think we're going to close this meeting now. Thanks a lot, Laurent. Thanks, Mohamed and Idris. And let's stay in touch because next week, KubeCon, we hope that we're going to have, let's say, some good announcement based on the networking and conversation we're going to have in London.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks a
Talk to you
lot.
soon. Bye.
Bye.